Hello everybody and welcome. This is English lesson for grade 2 of secondary school. The topic is tourism and travel and this is part 1 about holidays. My name is Rejhana Nuhanović Tadijan and I will be your teacher today. Odgojno-obrazovni ishodi koje ćete steći tijekom i nakon današnje lekcije je slušanje govornog teksta, pisanje bilježaka i priprema i govorenje teksta o svojim navikama putovanja. Pribor koji vam je potreban su bilježnica i olovka, mobitel, tablet ili prijenosno i stolno računalo, pristup internetu i eventualno QR kod čitač. So let's start. There are 4 photos of 4 different cities in different countries. I'd like you to try to guess which country and city this is. So the first one, where is it? What is it? It's Dublin in Ireland. Then we have Sydney in Australia. Then there is London in the UK, and the last one is New York in the USA. So I guess this was easy, but let's try something more difficult now. Here you have 3 photos of different countries, but without the attractions. So what do you think? Where are these people? The first one, for example, it's in Argentina. The middle one is Zanzibar, and the last one is India. So, in these photos, there are no famous attractions, just the people who can be easily associated with different countries and cultures. So, when you travel, what is the most important thing for you? Is it the food, maybe the people, these attractions, or maybe the nightlife when you go out? Do you like going out? What is your favorite thing about traveling? Now, I will show you 5 different quotes about traveling. I'll read you these quotes and you need to choose your favorite one and copy it in your notebooks. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. He who would travel happily must travel light. The most beautiful in the world is, of course, the world itself. Travel makes one modest. You see what a tiny place you occupy in the world. To travel is to live. So, you choose your favorite quote, you copy it in your notebook, and you write a sentence or, if you are inspired, a paragraph about why you agree with this quote. Why do you like this quote? Try to express your personal opinion, your personal view on the subject. Next, we will decide or see what kind of traveler you are. There are 2 photos. The one which shows if you travel light and the other one if you overpack. So to travel light means that you bring only the essentials with you. And to overpack means that you bring also the things that you do not necessarily need or use. So which group of these people do you belong to? How do you travel? Now, you will hear a text from Linda talking about her holidays and her dream holidays. While you listen, you have 6 statements, and for each statement you have to decide whether they are true, false, or she doesn't mention them. If you're ready, we can start. Hi, I'm from London. It's not very hot here in summer, so we always go on holiday abroad, usually to Spain. I go with my parents and older sister, and we choose one of the Canary Islands. My favorite is the south of Tenerife. It's great, it's got beautiful sandy beaches, but there are also many activities I can do. I love being active on holiday, and there I can go sightseeing, and my favorite is Tadijan National Park. When I'm on holiday, I do spend a lot of time on the beach, playing volleyball, swimming, and just sunbathing and relaxing. But I also go cycling, hiking, and visiting different attractions on the island. I love meeting the locals, trying out local food, and just learning about their culture. We usually stay there for 2 weeks, so I have lots of time for different activities. We always go there by plane and stay in one of the hotels not far from the beach. In the evening, I sometimes go out with my sister to a club. The nightlife there is great. But my dream is to go to Zanzibar. My cousin was there last year and she says it's perfect, with long sandy beaches, gorgeous sunsets, local food, music, spices, giant turtles, and wild nature. I'd love to go there in winter because it's about 30 degrees there and not cold and rainy like in London. That's it. So let's see the statements. She lives in Canary Islands. It's false. She lives in London. She goes to Spain in summer. That one is true. She enjoys reading on the beach. She doesn't mention that. They stay directly on the beach. That's false. They stay not far from the beach. She loves learning about local culture. True. And she wants to go to Zanzibar because of the nightlife. That's false. Okay, let's talk about some vocabulary which is often used when talking about holidays and traveling. You're probably already familiar with some of these phrases, but there might also be some new interesting words. So, the first one is activity holiday. It's when you do different activities like taking a cooking class or hiking or cycling. An adventure holidays is when you do different activities like safari, for example. A mini break is a short holiday. An excursion is a short visit to an interesting place as a part of your holiday. Then we have a house swap. It's when two families exchange their homes for holidays. So you go to their house and they come to yours. A summer camp is usually organized for children or teenagers and they do different activities there. A gap year is a period of time spent before you go to university and you go traveling before university and after secondary school. There is also backpacking. That is usually a cheap type of traveling when you go with a backpack and you stay at cheaper places. When we talk about places to stay or accommodation, there is B&B, that's short for bread and breakfast. That's a small hotel or private house where you get your room and breakfast. There is also an interesting thing that is capsule hotel, where you get a small narrow room. It's like a box. There is a guest house and there is also a youth hostel. That's a cheap accommodation. Usually young people use it. And that's the place where you share your room with other people who you do not necessarily know. And you can also share your bathroom. That's why it's cheaper. There are also hotels, so that's a building with different rooms, and it can have 1 to 5, even more stars, depending on the number of stars. It can be basic accommodation or more exclusive one. There is a motel, that's for people who travel by car, and they can stop and spend the night there, so it's usually near a road. There's an inn. It's a small hotel or a pub. It's usually in the countryside. There is an apart hotel. It's the whole apartment, which offers services similar to the hotel. And there is a campsite. It's a place where you can put up your tent and go camping. When we talk about places to travel or destinations, you can go abroad. It means you go to a foreign country. For example, you go to Greece. So that's going abroad. You can go to the seaside or you can go to the mountains. You can visit your family or you can go to your holiday home. That's a home where you don't live, but you use it for holidays. When you go to the coast, you can also go island hopping. It means you visit a few islands. They're usually small and near one another, so you don't spend all your time on one. Now, we will try to do this crossword. You can type in this link in your browser, okay? Or you can scan this QR code with your scanner, and it will take you directly to this page where there is a crossword and you have descriptions of words across and down, and you type in the words. It's about the vocabulary we have just done. So you can pause the video and do it now, or you can copy the link and do it later. Now we will do some more vocabulary about activities you can do on holiday. So you can go sightseeing, you can do water sports like surfing, kite surfing, windsurfing, or kayaking. You can go swimming or sunbathing. You can go sailing or hiking. You can go diving or snorkeling, or you can go cycling. Now I will show you different images and you will have to guess which activity is it. So it's all the activities we have just mentioned. The first one is diving. So it's underwater with special equipment. Then we have sailing. We have kite surfing. Next row, it's surfing. Then hiking, snorkeling, and windsurfing. Great. We have another game. It's vocabulary game with these activities. Again, you can type in this link. So it's bit.ly holiday activities 1, or you can scan this code. The game is a matching game, so you match the images with the names of activities. When your match is correct, they will disappear from your screen. Again, you can pause it or you can copy the link and do it later. And we have the last part. It's about you and your task. You should make an audio recording talking about your holidays. It should last for about 60 seconds and similar to the one you heard from Linda. You can use your mobile phone to do the recording or you can go to Vocaroo and do it there. Before you do the recording, you should write notes to help you to talk about all the things you need to talk about. And you should try to use the words from today's lesson. So take your time and prepare your notes before recording. The points you should talk about is when, where, and who do you usually go with? How long and where do you stay? What do you do there? Why do you go there? Do you bring souvenirs? What is your dream holiday and why? So before recording, prepare your notes. When you record, do not read them. Try to speak freely. When you finish, you can listen to it and see what you did right, what can be improved. And if you want some feedback, you can send it to your teacher and he or she will tell you all the points that you need to improve. Here is a self-assessment grid which can help you. So there are 4 statements about how successful you have done the task, and you should tick yourself according to these points. So if you have mentioned all the points from the task, you tick this smiley, the happy face. If you have spoken fluently, again do the same. If you are not so happy, you can choose one of the other smileys. So then you can see which parts you need to improve, and then next time it will be even better. So I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. I hope you have learned something new, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Bye.